or situation arises and we don't do the needful from our own end, Nigeria, the same Nigeria will still condemn us, and they will still talk that probably we have been bought, we have been bribed. That's why we refuse to talk. We keep quiet. We don't even come out to support or to fight for Nigerians. So I think that answers the question.
All right. So then let's go into the thick of things, comrade. Now, Nigerians understand that there is a tariff war, so to speak. But what are the issues the everyday Nigerian must look out for? What are the issues here?
Okay, the issue on ground now, currently, that we are coming out to come and show our displeasure against this bad policy is the increase, the hike in the tariff of telecommunication. All the telecommunication, mobile, all the telecommunication.
Telcos, yeah, I know.
Through the help of the government and support of our government, they now have jacked up the prices of the data rate and also the call rate, and every of their services. They have now jacked it up by 50%, has been announced by our own government that they have approved 50% increase to all the telecommunications company.
Yeah, comrade, but
we Nigerians,
comrade, but you remember that telcos asked, they wanted 100%. Government said no.
Yes, we know that government asked for 100%.
No, telcos asked for 100% hike. But government
we
said
know
no.
that they asked for 100% hike.
And by the same token, telcos have given reasons for the hike.
They have given reasons, but that their reasons, they cannot just bring it up and make us to believe that this reason is genuine enough for them and the government. Both of them are the actors in this thing, and make us to believe that just coming out to come and tell us that yes, they have overhead costs, they are running businesses, that they need everything, they need to also increase. No, you have to justify it. And how do you justify that? The critical stakeholders, they also need to be put into consideration, and our voices need to be heard. You have to explain deeply how Nigerians should accept.
Yeah.
In fact, any increase at this time and at this moment,
a proper
because
breakdown.
we believe that that their sector is already, being overpriced before, and so many of the issues that we complain in the telecommunication sector that were not taken care of, like in America, in United Kingdom, you can just buy your data, or you buy your package for a whole month.
Yeah.
But here, what we do is not go pay as you go. We continue to buy data. We continue to buy credit on our phone every time.
Yeah.
And yet, they declare huge profit
we're exchanging
at the end of every year.
Comrade, we are exchanging views, and we are burning data, right?
Yes, please.
So what strategies would you say the NLC is employing to ensure mass participation in the protest across the 36 states and the FCT as we sit here?
To ensure mass action tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we have started the mobilization. We are mobilizing seriously. Letters have been, written and have been passed to various trade groups, but also civil society,
but
and
some groups have objected not to be part of the protest.
Yeah.
And not only that, we've been coming out to come and speak to Nigerians that all of us need to come together. We need to unite, because this is not about the worker alone. Is it only the worker that uses a mobile phone? What of all Nigerians? Even the woman that is selling pepper, the man that is selling meat He will use that phone to call his customer.
You're right.
Or to call where he's going to get to purchase his own goods. And every moment, millions of Nigerians, in fact, a huge percentage of Nigerians, they use data and they equally use call credit.
Yeah.
So to this end, we have been trying to mobilize Nigerians as well to unite with us in this situation, also talking on behalf of all have to come together,
Yeah.
And to tell the government that we are not in support of their 50% increase. It is too arbitrarily high.
Okay, comrade, let's. I'm sure you also have slept on this. What are the possible consequences of the protest on telecoms services and the broader Nigerian and the broader Nigerian economy?
Yeah, thank you very much. The possible consequences to the telecommunication. Number one, we are equally mobilizing that we Nigerians, we want them to also boycott the telecommunications at least for like 48 hours.
Would that bring solution?
So if we are able to achieve this to a reasonable level, definitely the telecommunications company, they will also feel it. And we also want Nigeria, we want to use our action to bring the government and the telecommunication company to the table with the critical stakeholders. Let them make Nigerians to see reasons. You cannot just bring up any policy and force it down the throats of Nigeria.
But the representatives, I mean, and the NCC, I mean, coming to the matter, saying that
the representative at the FCT.
No, NCC.
The NCC and National Assembly.
Yeah.
Please, the NCC is just the agency that regulates, and the NCC are even the one that approved through. They are the one that represent the government in this instance that we are mentioning.
So what about the House of Reps?
They cannot be a judge in their case. NCC cannot be a judge in this case. NCC has represented. We have seen the action of NCC. NCC approved the 50%, and they feel that yes, they have done us a favor by reducing it from 100% to 50%. But did they bring anybody to the table? NCC cannot see through the eyes of the poor masses.
How about the House of Reps? Have they been able to interface with the NLC?
Not at all. And this is what we are saying, that we have members from constituencies are representing us at the national level, and they have not been able to, interface or to come up into this issue. 50% increase at a go is arbitrarily too high. That is what we are saying. They should do it gradually, even if there is going to be any increase at all.
Okay.
It should be gradual process. And that is why we say that both the government, the poor masses, not only the rich people now, the poor masses, we have representative. Labor will represent the poor masses and the working class. After all, most of the working.
Go ahead. You want to land?
Go on. Land.
Yeah. After all, most of the working class, they have been pushed from the middle class now to the lower ladder.
Yeah,
from middle class to the lower ladder, because even the minimum wage now can never sustain anybody in this country with the current economic realities and situation.
All right.
So for government to come up with this policy in this telecommunication area again, is just another slap on our face. And we are rejecting this 50% increase. We are saying no. Government should not continue to look at avenues or ways in which to continue to impoverish Nigerians or to inflict more pains onto the people. We already have more than enough of all these anti-people's policies of the government. It is not the sin of anybody to have been a Nigerian. In fact, all the privileges and the rights Nigerians are supposed to enjoy have been brazenly taken away from us.
Yeah, let's make it a dialogue, please. You and us here. Please, would you say the NLC can think of a middle ground? Isn't there a middle ground where both the NCC and the telcos and the NLC can meet. Is there a middle ground here? What next?
There is nothing that is not possible. If the telecommunications company too, they want to continue their business in Nigeria, let them also think deeply and let them also know that the voices of the people count. After all, it's not only the rich people that patronizes their enterprise, also the poor people, even in the villages, they carry around the mobile phone. So if they don't want most of the subscribers, to be shut out of their provisions, definitely they need to sit down. We all need to sit down. We all need to discuss. They need to bring, all the details. They need to educate Nigeria. And, in some advanced countries and even developed countries, when they want to bring about increase in their market prices like this, they will do a general survey amongst the people so that they will use it to test the ground. And they will use it in one way or the other to also educate the people. They will test the ground and they will see to what level can they now bring up an increase. All these telecommunication companies from their own country of origin, can MTN just wake up one day in South Africa and say that we are increasing our tariff by 50%? What does not happen in countries? In United Kingdom, if you are buying your bandwidth, you know that this is the amount that I will buy for the month.
Yeah.
And then you will not be hearing a voice that will say your credit is finished or is going to finish or whatever. All the time you hear voice in Nigeria. Somebody is there at the end just to cut you short or you are reaping us. And they have been doing this for a very long time, supported by our own government against its own people. Who is going to bail us out? Who is going to talk on behalf of Nigerians?
Well, that's the question.
The government that will put our life and our everything, our hope in their hand. They are dashing our hope at every time, every point in time. Government is dashing our hope. This is, the height of it, that you are increasing the tariff and you are bringing in 50%. They want to send us back to the era of Motorola and cellular. That is the way we are looking at it, because as at the time when they are using Motorola and cellular, how many Nigerians were able to even use a phone? So if this is it, you want to disenfranchise so many Nigerians, and we are going back to that era. And that is why we are saying that we want to reject this 50%. If you want to do an increase, justify the reason why you want to do the increase.
All right.
And do it gradually. Don't just come up one day and then you just think that Nigerians are fool. Don't take us for a ride.
Comrade, I know when the Aluta season comes, it be like train. We know they get break, but let's interface. You and us.
And Lagos. So we can call us right here and let's talk. Right here. 090 0705 890 4927. 0705 890 4927 or 0805 092 0927. 0805 092 0927. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Prince. I'm calling from Ikeja.
All right, Prince from Ikeja, please go ahead.
Yes, I want to ask the NSC woman on the studio, because every time we hear NSC want to go on strike, they want to go on strike. At the end of the day, it doesn't happen. So the government does not count it. They are still, they are just brands of going on strike. It has not been like this over the years. And now, all we hear is they are going on strike, and it doesn't happen. So they make the government take them for granted. And everybody take them for granted. It's our time they wake up and do the needful. Even when they increase the tariff for life, NSC did not do anything about it. So that's why they can wake up any day and just increase anything. Because they knew nobody will do anything about it, nobody will protest about it, nobody will talk about it. Because NSC used to stand up for Nigeria. And right now, we don't think they can do that anymore. Because every time we hear they are going on protest, it doesn't happen.
Thank you. We got you first time.
All right. Thank you very much.
And NSC is here to stand for the people. Let the people unite with NSC. Enough of all the talks and disparaging talks about NSC. NSC is here standing for the people, not for the workers alone, not for ourselves. Unite. Let all Nigerians, let all hands be on the deck. Unite with NSC and let us fight this cause together.
Yeah, comrade. You remember I said at the beginning, Nigerians were becoming strike weary. So that's what the gentleman just said.
Yes,
yeah, if they are becoming strike weary, this is not about strike. This is a protest rally. If they are becoming strike weary, then let them also talk to the conscience of those who are our leaders.
Comrade,
is it Tennessee fault that the leader that there should be bad leadership and bad anti-people's policies? Let them talk to the conscience of the leaders that they voted into office. Let them do the right thing to Nigerians. And then we too, we are tired of, strike actions and protests. Is it easy for somebody like some of us who are 50, above 50, to wake up in the morning and we say that? Do they just think that we are playing drama or what?
All right, the Lagos, the phone lines still open. 0705 890 4927. 0705 890 4927. Also callers on the 0805 092 0927. 0805 092 0927. Don't forget, you can also message us via WhatsApp. Message us on 0705 690 0927. WhatsApp is 0705 690 0927. All right, comrade. I mean, you want to.
Yeah. Comrade, you are there, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me drop this here. Expect another electricity tariff hike within months. A presidential aide is telling us.
That's the special advisor on president.
So are we
energy.
expecting the NLC? Must we wait for another call to arms, so to speak? I'm using call to arms loosely.
Thank you very much for that. This is the point at which Nigerians have to also have a rethink of their own recalcitrant behavior or sit-back behavior. And they now think that, yes, it will affect only the workers. This will affect every one of us. We have seen it, we have read it, we are hearing it, that there is going to be another increase. And this is why we said the first one, NSC came out to show his displeasure. And we also asked Nigerians to join forces with us, to unite with NSC. Let all of us with one voice. Did we see the religious group, the religious leaders? Did we see them where they can also they are also a rallying point? Did we see Muslims groups coming out to show their displeasure? Did we see Christian groups, CAN, PFN, coming out to show their displeasure and mobilizing their people too? Time passed. When you see the CAN, during the time of Archbishop Okoje or something like that in those days, you will see Christian body, CAN. They will come out, they will talk against the policies of government. You will see the Muslim group, sometimes ago, they will talk against the government policy, that this policy is not good, it's affecting the people. All these government policies is, stiffening Nigerians, and there's a limit to what an endurance can take. Someone's endurance and patience can take. That limit, we are becoming overstressed and overstretched.
Comrade, regarding that, you are mentioning Archbishop Okoje and so on. Where do you think we dropped the ball? We dropped the ball somewhere.
What do I think? What? Come again.
You talked about Archbishop Okoje,
when he was the president of CAN.
Christian Association of Nigeria and his Muslim counterpart. They used to join issues. But where did they drop the ball?
Where did they?
What happened?
Where did they drop the ball?
Oh, okay. Yes. They were able to use their influence, and they were able to use their platform, to force government to do reasonable things for Nigerians.
What happened?
And they were also able to use it.
Why did they stop?
you know, there is a tenured position. So Archbishop Okoje is no longer the president of CAN. I think some other people have been there, you know, and they are still there now. So many others have come after them, you know. So if all these groups have become political leaders, or they are romancing with political leaders, we are not saying that don't romance with political leaders, but when it matters, you need to stand for the people that you represent, that constituency where you represent. You need to stand for those people. When they increased the tariff on electricity, did we see all these groups, you know, talking and defending the people in that the constituency? No. When this telecommunication again, we are not hearing from all those constituencies. Even there is also another group, CDC, Community Development Association, Community Development something. Did we even hear from all those groups? We have so many associations. We have many pressure group. We have ethnic group. We have so many of them. How many of them comes out to speak for the constituency that they represent? How many? The only thing they come to speak about in most of the instances, and they are quick to judge NSC that we are selfish, we are self-centered. If we talk about workers' salary alone, are we not the ones that are working tilling the ground to ensure that the country runs? Are we not workers? Should we be living in abject poverty because we are working? And some people will be feeding fat on our labor, on our sweat. We will talk for what benefits us. And that is why we are saying, let all Nigerians unite, irrespective of your ethnicity, your religion, your whatever, your status, your economic status, or your whatever. Let us, you know, factor our life after some countries where they reject
now,
any politics that will be against the people.
Let's talk about the protest tomorrow. I mean, is the protest a solution to this issue of tariff hike?
Yeah, we are hoping that tomorrow is just a one-day warning protest rally.
Yeah.
And we believe that if government is sensitive enough, and I want to appeal to the conscience of those who are leading us, that they have to be sensitive enough, because it's the beginning of an issue or a thing that you know. You might not know probably the end of it. They should not push Nigerians, you know, to a level that Nigerians will begin to revolt with any little thing. Because tomorrow now, we are mobilizing, we are asking Nigerians to join us, and this is just to show our displeasure and also to register our disappointment against the government and also against the telecommunications.
Is that a meeting point for the protest? Company. Is that a meeting point for the protest?
Yes. We are starting from Ikeja, our normal, place. That's Obafemi Awolowo. Awolowo way.
All right.
We normally like to proceed from Obafemi Awolowo way because we believe Obafemi Awolowo way is Obafemi Awolowo was a great leader. A great leader that we never had as a president of this country. You know, so that's why we like to gather at Obafemi Awolowo way, you know, just in the memory to show to our present leaders, crop of our leaders, past and present, that Obafemi Awolowo was a leader that could have fixed this country, and then we believe in his ideology. So we gather from there, and then we move to our State House of Assembly to submit our letter of this issue.
Let me come in there. You are talking about the State House of Assembly. Let's look at the National Assembly, which is a meeting point of all representatives of the whole country. What role do you think they can play at a time like this?
Yes, they will play a critical role. If all of us from the 36 states and also the FCT will mobilize, and we submit letters to our various House of Assemblies for onward passage to the National Assembly. That will call for an action from them. That will call for probably the stakeholders meeting or the public, as what they call public hearing on this particular issue. They have to revisit the issue. They have to revisit it. They have to go, deeper into how the government come up with a 50% increase for Nigerians. After all, we voted them to go and represent us, to go and be our, eye and be everything to us. So they will not be there, and Nigerians will be suffering, and they will stand aloof as if they are not representing us. So they cannot deny us at this critical moment. And we are submitting letters to our various House of Assemblies for onward passage to the National Assembly for their action. We need them now, and they must stand up for the people.
All right.
That they represent.
Well, let's hope that the House of Representatives or Assembly stand up for the people, especially Lagos State. Don't forget that right now it seems to be like the Assembly is not settled yet with the issue of Obasa, and Miranda. But let's take your calls. Lagos 0705 890 4927 0705 890 4927. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, please call us 0705 890 4927 or 0805 092 0927. 0805 092 0927 or 0705 890 4927. Don't forget the WhatsApp is there. Okay, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is UK Gold. I'm calling from Igbeda.
All right, from Igbeda, please make your comment.
Okay, please. My comment is this. The protest is really not necessary. Sometimes we do the wrong things at the right time. This protest is uncalled for because there are other people that increased over 100%. Nobody went there to protest. Did you go to Netflix to protest? Have you gone to Kellogg's to protest? Have you gone to Pix to protest? This is the first time MTN is increasing for a very long time, over 2 years. They have to pay. They have things to do with money. Why are we going to protest on this now? How is it affecting us? The food that we are eating. This is a choice. You can choose to use the line or you can choose not to use it. Why are you going to telecom to protest? It's uncalled for. What are people are eating? There are things. Milo, I used to buy Milo 1,950. Now I'm buying Milo 7,000 plus. Has anybody gone there to protest?
All right. Thank you very much. Comrade, it seems to be
how do you react to that?
Yes, people are free to their own opinion. That is our opinion, and we respect people's opinion. But it does not change the situation that a poor person, if you are rich...
She's reacting... comrade, let me try to maybe expatiate what
she's reacting
feelings.
That we should
other
not
things.
protest.
No, maybe other things the NLC are supposed to also react to. Probably the full increments, we had from 650 down to...
Otherwise, she thinks NLC is cherry picking. Which issue?
Let me just land.
Okay.
For yes, there are some areas that we know that we have been overpriced. You understand? One of it is this telecommunication. And we have been talking about it. I made mention of even advanced countries that this is not the way they run their telecommunication. This is not the way the people pay for the data and also the cost. They have been ripping us over the years. And we already stated it with our government. But this government, successive government and administration that we have, they are the ones that does not feel the pains of Nigerians. Probably when they are, when they are elected into office, everything will be catered for from our Commonwealth, from the government money. They will give them all resources that even for phone calls throughout the year. So it will be paid for. So those who are already rich, who can afford it, stay on your lane. We are not disturbing your peace. But those who are the poor masses, we are going to speak for them.
All right,
We have seen
let's go to
escalation in the prices of goods and services.
let's go to the phone lines and hear what we negotiators also have to say. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Can you hear us? Hello, good morning. Okay, colors 0805 092 0927 0805 092 0927 or 0705 890 4927 0705 890 4927. WhatsApp is 0705 6900 927. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, that's the network there. Okay, I can call the other lines 0805 0805 092 0927 0805 092 0927.
Comrade, let's get back to you. What alternatives or policy recommendations would you say the NLC has proposed to address the issue we are talking about?
Please, can you come again with your question?
No. What alternatives on policy recommendations would you say the NLC has proposed in this connection?
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
before we take that, quickly, let's pick this call, comrade. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Ken. I'm calling from Egbeda.
All right, Ken from Egbeda, please make your comment.
Yes, I'm trying to make a comment concerning what the other lady just said now. NSC is looking into the telecommunication, they're looking into power. Because right now, the electricity bill is high. I used to use 10,000. Right now, I'm using 70,000 per month. And nobody's talking about that. I'm talking about telecommunication. I live in Ghana. Let's start with Ghana. They use prepaid. I've never paid this amount of amount I'm paying in Nigeria, in my country. So, if we are talking about telecommunication, we should always look into that power too. And they are doing just one day protest. One day protest will not make any government to sit up on the truth of the matter. Because they will look at it and say, you guys will enter your house when you finish making the noise. And that's what they happen always. Thank you.
Thank you too. But let me add, if you get through, do not seek to hear yourself on radio. It does not make for a smooth.
Turn down the volume on your radio,
please,
please.
You remove your radio
Completely.
interfering.
Yeah.
Comrade, let's go.
Yes, thank you. The last caller, he just made a point that let me remind Nigerians, because we always we are quick to forget things now. So when the last increase was made on the electricity, Nigerian Labour Congress came out that will be the voice for all Nigerians. Let us unite together. Let us be the rallying point for all Nigerians. Let all of us with one voice, let us speak. If we can boycott electricity for 72 hours, let us tell the discos and discos and the providers of electricity that we don't want electricity at least for 72 hours. Some people behave as if without electricity for one day, they cannot survive. If Nigerians had hearkened to the voice of NLC, we would have been able to force the government on its knee. After all, they are the one that took that bad decision in the first instance that brought about, the policy somersault in that sector. Everything about successive government, they have already brought Nigerian down totally. And what this administration is doing, there is virtually nothing again for them than to continue to, add taxes, increase hike taxes to different sector, just to, get from to steal from them. But as you are hiking taxes in all the sector, it is coming back to the end consumers. And who are the consumers? It's Nigerians, it's your citizens. And most of the people that are, doing one trade or the other, with the hike in inflation and the rate of the prices of goods and services, can they continue to say the same story of where they are coming from 2 years ago and this time, this current time? I've said it earlier on that virtually all the privileges that we enjoyed before have been taken away from Nigerians. Even to the extent that the aspect of feeding, in which even advanced countries that are sensitive to their people, that want peace from their people.
But the NLC is not bringing that up.
Subsidize the rate of feeding.
But the NLC is not bringing that up, comrade. I mean, the NLC is just talking about the tariff hike in telecoms.
NSC has talked about it, and we still continue to talk about it.
But they're not taking action.
Even some few days ago, the president of NSC even mentioned that the Minister of Energy should resign. It's all the time. Go and check the news. Go and check papers.
Yeah. It was true.
Just be on the Google all the time. If Ajero speaks about it and talks about how government can come out of it, how they can fix the discourse, how we can come out of the issue, the log jam in the energy sector. Ajero is always providing information that will help the government. Do they want to go through that route? No, they don't want to go through that route. Because most of these discourse that they sold to themselves, they are still the ones that sold the electricity and the energy to themselves.
If Minister of Power resigns now, would that be the solution?
Well, it means that he's bereft of ideas on how he can run the energy sector rather than the ideas on how to move it and to run it. They are just, trying to add more pains to Nigerians.
All right.
And that is the way we have seen it. Those who sold the discourse to themselves, those who sold our electricity and energy sector to themselves, they know themselves. They cannot run it.
Okay.
And NSC has been providing solutions to them. Let them Google, or many letters are with the government, and they are playing deaf ear. That is why we are saying that if you are playing deaf ear, you don't want to take advice from NSC, resign. You are not doing the bidding of Nigerians.
Let me tease you a little. At this point, the NLC is spoiling for a fight, so to speak, tomorrow. Have telcos reacted to it?
Tomorrow is not the day of fight.
No.
Tomorrow is the day of warning. Tomorrow is the
warning. Have telcos reacted to that warning?
Well, telco is hiding behind the covers of the government, NCC, that approved that 50% to them. And we don't, the two actors in this scenario is the NCC first and then the telco. So if government did not approve the 50%, will telco now come up and say that, yes, they are increasing 50% or whatever? So the two actors are the ones that we are taking up. So, and we are sending our letters, rightly as I've said earlier on, to the National Assembly through our various houses of assembly to reject that 50% increase.
The National Assembly in Lagos?
Yeah. State
through
assembly.
our various state assemblies.
Yes, I'm trying to push the National Assembly that seems to be unsettled yet. Right now, you understand that they are still trying to fight some political things.
We are not a politician. The House of Assembly in Lagos State is open, and they also have some other people that work there. I'm so sure that when we get there tomorrow, there will be some officers from the House of Assembly, no matter how it is or what happens. We don't want to get involved in the crossfire, or we don't want to get involved in the political issues that is going on there. But we just pray that those actors in the political onslaught, they should, look at the level playing ground and fix or resolve amicably. So, and I don't want to make some statement that we, tends towards like the Labour has taken his own position in Lagos State. But let the will of the people, nobody gets appointed or gets elected as a lawmaker first as a speaker or as any position. It is within themselves that they will now choose somebody that will lead them. Had it been that when they want to do election now, through the election, somebody will say, yes, I am, if you vote me as a speaker and people will vote you, definitely it means that it's only through the people that voted you that can remove you. But now that it is within themselves, I just pray or I hope that within themselves they will have, an understanding on how this logjam will be resolved.
Okay, Lagos, don't forget.
Like he said, nobody gets there as a speaker or for any position. So if position is gone, they are not taking your life or whatever. Life goes on. And if, anyhow, let them just resolve so that Nigerians are looking up onto them. Many people are seeing them as role model or as whatever. So let them also provide that leadership and not disappoint, most especially the young ones that are looking up onto them to provide leadership.
Well, great advice there from Comrade Fumi Sasi. Yes, the chairman, NLC Lagos State. And yes, Lagos, you can still be part of the conversation right here on Spotlight on Super 92.7 FM. 0705 890 4927 0705 890 4927 or 0805 092 0927 0805 092 0927.
All right, let me take you to task one more time, comrade. Are you there?
Yes, please.
Earlier on, you talked about Nigerians boycotting the telcos for how many hours?
I think you mentioned 48 hours. Are you there, comrade?
Yes, please.
You talked about
Nigerians boycotting telcos for how many hours?
Yes, if Nigerians can boycott the telcos for at least 48 hours.
Are you yourself ready to do that?
Was I born with mobile phone when I came to this world? No, it's a sacrifice, and it's a pain that we all have to take.
You have not answered my question.
When the call comes, yes, if it's a sacrifice to make things better, I'm ready to pay the price.
Yeah, I'm wondering how feasible that sounds. Do you think it is
the same way that we are calling on Nigerians that if we can boycott the electricity and tell them that okay, we don't even want electricity for 72 hours. Cut your light or take your light.
Trend on this electricity.
See, for instance, just a minute, comrade. Just a minute, comrade. This radio station works with electricity as well. So if for 3 days it goes off, it is okay by you?
The electricity that they are providing for you now, is it all the time that you get light? The place where I live now, for the past 4 days now, we don't have light. No light. Even when the prices have gone up, even when they pledge to give us a better services, where is the better services commensurating with the increase in the bandwidth that they are giving us? Where? In fact, instead of it to get 24 hours now, even when you are on band-aid, do they give you light 24 hours? With what you pay now.
I agree.
So do you not still have to make do with generator? Most homes now, they are on inverter. Most homes now are on solar. So what are we talking about? The solar is the order of the day now, an inverter.
Well, let's look at go to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Anthony. I'm from Egbeda.
Anthony from Egbeda, please make your call.
Yeah.
Make a comment.
So I want to say NSC say they want to go on strike. I don't support that strike. You know why I say so?
Why? It's not a strike, a protest. A protest.
The protest. I don't support. In my age, I have not seen one time in this Nigeria that they beat NSC leader. Look at what they do to the NSC leader at Imo State. It's not a shame. It's a very big shame to a nation. When Oshomole was a leader, can you do something? Oshomole will say tomorrow is tomorrow. Look at today. They are using us like tools in the country. So you call the NSC. You can't say the increased price of fuel did not go on strike, not go on. My brother, let them leave that talk they are saying. Thank you.
Can I answer
Please
the
go ahead.
last caller?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, all of us are involved. If you are saying that during Oshomole, yes, that time Nigerians, they know their rights and they support whatever NSC is saying. But over the rise of the social class status, and for that reason, now with modernization and Western life, many Nigerians now, they don't want to join forces and say that yes, or probably because some of us are enjoying, some Nigerians are enjoying. Somebody will come up and condemn NSC. Is it NSC that is the problem of the country or your leaders?
All right, comrade, let's listen to another Nigerian. Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you calling from, please?
This is Samokabo calling from Ajah, Lagos.
All right, please make your comment.
Yeah. Please, I don't really understand why we have to go on protest. Why? Is NLC actually designed to go on protest before they can communicate the act of Nigeria to the government, the people that were voted into power? Are we actually designed in Nigeria? Are we actually designed to go on protest before government can work for us? We voted them into power for them to work for us, for them to serve us. They are ruling us. They are not serving us.
All right,
comrade,
thank
you want to react to that too?
Yes, I hope he is saying that the NSC is not supposed to protest. Well, it's still their own. It's our own fundamental human right to stage a protest. For those who does not believe in the protest,
but he is saying yes, stage a protest. But
means of,
the NLC was not created to go on strikes.
I mean, I don't know other means.
Anything gets done.
He doesn't understand what he's talking about. Even the act that establishes and approves NLC agrees that we can go on strike, we can picket, we can protest, we can. Is there in our act?
What is this is before the protest, are there probably actions that the NLC had taken before NLC come and say, okay, since things we've done A, B, and C, and the government is not listening to us.
All these Nigerians that are talking now, they are not living in Jupiter. They are living in Nigeria. And they have seen the way the NSC has vehemently come out to speak that we are rejecting this 50% in hike from the telcos. Because this 50%, we also have ripple effect on every goods and services in Nigeria. Because somebody that is selling Bebe, we now claim that the price of credit has gone up. So we now increase the price of Pepe. Right. Everything will now go up. And that is why we are saying that even if you want to do an increase, must it be 50% at a go or to start with? We not start gradually. After all, they said if you want to eat mama, you will start from the pelebe one. That you will not just grab the one in the middle. You start from the edges.
Okay, comrade. I beg, use the next 120 seconds. That's 2 minutes.
No, not even up to 2. I mean, we have less than 1 minute.
Okay. Make you. I want you to
wrap up on.
Take your argument.
Thank you very much.
Take your
we know that all of us cannot be on the same page, all Nigerians, because those of who can afford, who have money, or who does not feel it, you are not the one we are capturing. But majority of Nigerians, more than 50% of Nigerians who are in poverty, who have been pushed down the line of poverty, we are the one that we are talking now. That let us unite together. It's not this mobile telecommunication hike in the tariff will not only affect the workers, it will affect all Nigerians.
All right.
And we are not speaking for Nigeria. If we don't come out to speak, people they will still label us as that probably they have bought NSC. They are not talking. We are now talking.
All right.
We know that there could be fifth columnists and actors that will be sponsored to come and attack or tackle us.
Okay.
We agree. But here, This is the fundamental right of Nigerians to talk. It's a democratic dispensation, and we must talk.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's not a military rule. This is a democratic dispensation.
Okay.
Whatever that we have fed the people negatively, we are ready to talk.
Yes.
And government must also listen and make the changes that we affect the people in a positive way.
Thank you
that
very
is
much.
what we want.
Comrade.
We are not troublesome people. We just
from
need peace
here,
in Nigeria.
Thank you very much,
from
comrade.
Super FM, we wish you Godspeed. Thank you.